Hey everyone, this is the video where I tell you guys what I'm planning on watching for the summer 2018 anime season. Now, this website that I use for demonstration purposes is livechart.me. I do like this website. It lets me color codes the anime, which makes it easier, like, for everyone. I don't do face cam for these type of videos because I don't want to worry about where to plaster my face on the screen that won't block what I'm trying to show you, and I don't think it really adds enough value to the video to justify trying to make that work. Now, the way this works is this website gives me 4 colors to work with: blue, green, yellow, and red. Now, blue, if I have it marked blue, that means this is something that I am going to watch. I'm greatly looking forward to it. This is going to be something I watch, I react to. It's going to appear on the channel. You don't have to worry about that at all. This is pretty much a guaranteed thing, and I can't wait for it to come out. Green means it's something that it definitely looks like something that I will enjoy. I'm fairly confident I'll enjoy. There's a very good chance that I'll watch it. It'll appear on the channel, and I'll be somewhat disappointed if it ends up not being as good as I hope it is. Yellow means it's something I think I might like. Like, there's a decent chance of it, and it's kind of like it's a maybe whether or not I'll watch it and it'll appear on the channel and all that. Some yellows have a better chance than others. If at any point during the season I feel like I have a little bit too much on my plate, the yellows will probably be the first thing that will get cut, whichever yellow I'm enjoying the least reacting to. Red means I am not going to watch it, either because it's a sequel or continuation of something I haven't seen, or because it's something that I'm fairly confident I have zero interest in watching. Sometimes both. Those are the 4 colors I'm working with here, and if I've given it a color, that means I will talk about it in this video. Some capacity, either why I decided that I will or might watch it, or why I decided that I'm not going to watch it. I'll be somewhat brief on most of these. Some I might talk about a bit more than others, we'll see. And the white ones, the ones I haven't colored at all, I won't be talking about them. I think there's like maybe one exception to that I'll say a little bit about, but anyway, that's pretty much how I do things here, and let's get rolling. Currently sorting this by countdown if you want to be able to follow along with me perfectly, like on the website yourself. So, the first one over here is, I'll be going from left to right, and then I'll bounce back over to the left, and that's how this is going to go. So the first one, Future Card Sheen Buddy Fight. Now, this is the 6th season of something I haven't watched, so obviously I won't be watching this one. It doesn't really look like it's my type of thing anyway. Free, Dive to the Future. Now, this is obviously like a 3rd season for Free, which is another anime I have not seen, and I have very little interest in ever seeing. I probably will not. So that's why that's not getting watched. Island. Now, this is the first one I have marked yellow. This one, the premise got my attention. You know, something about 3 girls on an island from different special families working together to save the island, I think. And they were like cut off from the mainland. The premise sounds interesting to me. And, you know, 3 cute girls on an island together. There's definitely potential there for some fun stuff. You know, like maybe every episode will basically be a beach episode. Maybe. Probably not. There's no ecchi or any tags like that. Just drama, sci-fi. But nonetheless, it could be interesting. So it's definitely a maybe. Next up, Hanebado. Now this one, it's a sports anime, but it does have pretty much all cute girls on the cover. And it's about badminton, one of the few sports that I actually did kind of enjoy playing, you know, in real life back in like PE class in high school. So, you know, it's a maybe. It could be fun. It might be enjoyable. Who knows? Now, One Room 2nd season. A little bit surprising to even find out this has a 2nd season. But this one, I actually recently reacted to this one on the channel, and I greatly enjoyed it. It pretty much greatly lends itself to my reacting style, so I had a blast reacting to it. It probably would have been less than half as enjoyable if I just watched it on my own. But yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed reacting to the 1st season, so there's obviously no reason why I wouldn't react to the 2nd season, so you can definitely expect that to appear on the channel. And another continuation over here with Yamano Susume 3rd season. I have seen the first 2 seasons. I didn't react to them on the channel or anything, because that was before my channel became a thing. But this is also a very enjoyable anime. Seeing these cute girls climbing mountains, having fun. I actually don't remember too much about the specifics of what happened the first couple seasons, so I might rewatch that to refresh myself before the 3rd season begins. But anyway, that's also definitely going to be a thing that I watch. Cinderella Girls Gekijo 3rd season. I haven't seen the other season, so that one's a pass. And Backstreet Girls, pretty much the first green one on here. So, needless to say, both the title and the synopsis got my attention on this one. I don't usually read synopsises, but I'll do so this time. A group of 3 Yakuza failed their boss for the last time after messing up an important job. The boss gave them two choices: honorably commit suicide, or go to Thailand to get a sex reassignment surgery in order to become female, quote-unquote, idols. After a gruesome year training to become idols, they successfully debut, with overwhelmingly popularity. There was no Lee in that word. Anyway, much to their dismay, this is where their tragedy truly begins. Now, honestly, after reading that, how could you not watch this? This sounds like it will be amazing. And yeah, very unique to say the least. I feel like this would be a fun thing to react to, so I decided to do so. Ecchi tag, comedy tag, you know, it's probably, it's most likely going to be something that I watch. Chukan Kanri Roku Tonegawa. This is a spin-off of Kaiji, which is something I have not watched, so this is also getting a pass. Banana Fish. Now, this one I'm skipping over. A big part of it is because it's shoujo, which I usually don't care for shoujo anime. That's not always a deal breaker for me, but it also just doesn't really sound appealing at all. Like, there's no comedy tag, it's a drama, the premise just doesn't do anything for me, so... You know, that one's, yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one as well. Okay, Sunohara So no Kanrinin Sun. Okay. Now, I said I don't talk about ones that don't have colored in, and this is the one exception to this, because I'm really not sure what to mark this. Okay. Now, upon first glance, this seemed like the sort of thing that would be a no-brainer for me to watch. Comedy slice of life by Silverlink, who made a ton of stuff that I've enjoyed. But, you know, then I really took a good look at it, looked at the PV, and, well, it just... it has what was my least favorite part of Dragon Maid in it, the Lukua and Shota stuff, you know, the whole MILF Shota dynamic thing, where you just kind of shove your giant tits in this child's face, and it just... I don't know, never really enjoyed that stuff. That really was the only part of Dragon Maid that I disliked, so I'm a little bit salty about that. Pretty much I'm not into Shotokan stuff, I guess is the simplest way to put it. But I didn't really want to mark it red, though. I almost did, but I mean, if enough red means that I'm not going to watch it no matter what you say to me in the comment section, that's pretty much what red means. So I didn't really want to do that, because if enough people do tell me that this is absolutely hilarious, it's the funniest comedy of the season, maybe one of the best comedy of the year, if I get enough comments from people, those type of comments from people that I trust, it's possible I'll give it a try, but as it stands, it's currently a pass. Up next, Isekai Mao to Shokan Shoujo no Dore Majutsu. Now, I believe the English title they're rolling with this one is something like How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, but I'm pretty sure that's not actually a translation of that title, because... Stop clicking on things. Because this title clearly mentions something about a magic slave girl. But, you know, whatever. Like Otherworld, Demon Lord, and the magic slave girls, and the summoned magic slave girl, something like that. So I feel like that's not actually a translation of that title, but whatever. Anyway, this one definitely piqued my interest. It seems like the type of thing I would like, so I am watching it, you know, comedy, magic, it has slave girl in the title, you know, it's a thing I'm probably gonna watch, and I can see myself enjoying that, so hopefully I do. Yume Okoku to Nemureru 100 Nin no Oji-sama. So yeah, this was definitely a pass. Nothing about this appealed to me. The title, the tags just being romance, the synopsis, no. All of it pretty much said nope. This is definitely a nope. Bang Dream Garupa Star Pico. Well, this is, it says it's a miniseries featuring girls from Girls Band Party, which is something I haven't seen, so that's kind of why that's a pass. Shichisei no Subaru. Now, this one, it's an anime about gaming, about games, about playing a game. And the synopsis kind of reminded me of stuff like No Game No Life or Sword Art Online, like, you know, that vein of stuff, enough for me to at least have a decent chance of checking it out. Hopefully it's good. I kind of see it probably not being as good as I hope it is, but hopefully it is as good as I hope it is. Up next, Satsuriku no Tenshi. So I usually don't read the synopsis, but I'll make another exception for this one. Okay. 13-year-old Rachel awakens to find herself trapped in the basement of an abandoned building. Sounds great so far. Without any memories or even a clue as to where she could be, she wanders the building, lost and dizzy. In her search, she comes across a man covered in bandages. He introduces himself as Zack, and he wields a Grim Reaper-like sickle. A strange bond is struck between them, strengthened by strange, crazy promises. These two, trapped in this strange building, don't know why fate has placed them there, but they will work together desperately to find a way out. Now, I really like the synopsis. Not because the first part sounded something that I would set up or anything, but because I like the movie Saw. I kind of like that, where it's just two people that supposedly don't know each other just suddenly, like, at a in a place locked up together and kind of have to just talk and figure out what's going on. It reminded me enough of that kind of thing to grab my interest. And of course, the girl on the cover is cute, and it's just that's actually a really cool cover in general. You have the cute girl up front, the guy with the scythe behind her looking pretty cool as well, and all that in front of that amazing shot of like half of the full moon back there. It's a really cool shot. And from what I've heard, this is based off of an RPG Maker horror game. And I don't know, I think there's actually a lot of people that are hyped for this one. So, I mean, this was almost a green. It's maybe I should make it a green, but right now it's a yellow. But it's think of it as the best chance that any yellow has on here to actually get watched and reacted to. It definitely seems like it could be cool, and yeah, I just don't know. I don't know. Just reading the premise, I don't know how well it lends itself to my particular reacting style. I guess that's not something I'll find out until I start watching it, but it's one of those things that I'm guaranteed to watch. I may or may not do that thing where I react to a first couple episodes and decide it's not that fun to react to and just watch it on my own. That's also a possibility. Again, we'll just have to see. Up next, Harukana Receive. Now, this is an anime about volleyball. So, yeah, this is, as soon as I saw this, as soon as I became aware of the existence of this anime, this was like, clicked, added a plan to watch list, given blue status, given all the things. Anyone that knows me should not be surprised at all that this is on here and it's marked blue. Because I've been waiting for an anime like this for a while. Like, I really liked Keijo. Keijo was amazing. I'm really sad I couldn't react to that because I aired before I started my reaction channel. But Harukana Receive, I guess, is a close second, and I will be reacting to this. Hopefully it's at least half as good as Keijo. If it is at least half as good as Keijo, it'll be a lot of fun to watch and react to. And yeah, I have high hopes for this one. Hopefully it lives up to them. Hataraku Onisan #2. Again, second season, didn't watch the first one, so that's a pass. Chiyo-chan no Tsugakuro. Now, I originally watched the PV for this, like when the PV first came out, and I've been really excited for this one ever since. The PV definitely was an attention getter. It was pretty much like, as soon as I watched it, I knew I was going to watch this anime. That was an easy blue status. I've been looking forward to this one for quite a while, and I'm really happy that this is actually about to start airing because, yeah, it definitely looks like a very unique, fun anime that it also seems somewhat reaction worthy as well. Just, yeah, the kind of crazy things that could end up happening with Chiyo's adventure of trying to get to school. And I'm more than willing to watch as she makes her adventure there. By the way, Ongaku Shoujo was one of those ones that almost got yellow status, but I had to kind of cut a couple things because there was just too much good stuff for this season. I kind of had to make some space not to get burned out. Hataraku Saibo, another weird one here, yellow status. This one mainly got my attention because it's very weird premise. Like Osmosis Jones comes to mind for those of you that have seen that movie. But yeah, I really have no idea whether this will be good or bad, so that's kind of why it's got yellow status. It's pretty much a matter of I'll wait, I'll see what people are saying about it. If people say, hey, this is actually pretty good, then like, okay, I'll watch it. If people say this actually really sucks, I mean this is kind of stupid, then I'll probably pass on it. It's kind of like that, where it's basically the yellow status basically means I keep my eye on it to see what the reception of it is. If it's good, I'll watch it. If it's bad, I won't. Pretty much just what it comes down to. Now, Hyakuren no Hao to Seiyaku no Valkyria. So this is pretty much our generic isekai anime of the season, and it looks like it could be enjoyable enough, so I've decided I'm probably going to watch it. I do enjoy isekai anime, even the generic ones like Smartphone. Smartphone really was like the first real generic isekai anime I ever saw. Like, I watched stuff like ReZero and Konosuba, ones that were popular because of like they subverting a lot of those tropes and stuff. But I never actually watched a lot of generic ones themselves, so I couldn't appreciate those anime quite as much because of that. So I do try to watch a few more of these generic light novel adaptation isekai anime if I can, and this one looks like it could be enjoyable enough. I like the look of the girls, and I don't know, it could be fun, we'll see. Asobi Asobase. Now this got my attention because of just how Yuriishi comes across, both the cover art on my anime list and just kind of the premise. Of course, it doesn't have the Yuri tag or anything, but still, it feels like it will somewhat fill that that emptiness in me, that Yuri emptiness that I have every season. So yeah, it definitely seems like it could be the kind of thing I would enjoy. It does have the comedy tag, although it does have the drama tag as well, so who knows what's really gonna go down here. But, it definitely looks like the kind of thing I would like is what I'm getting at here, so I'll most likely be watching that one. Gintama Gin no Tamashi Hen second season. So that's obviously red because I've technically watched some Gintama stuff, but I'm nowhere near caught up. It's just a lot of episodes, so at some point I just kind of stopped watching. I do love Gintama, it's a huge time commitment to watch all the episodes. I'll probably go back to it eventually, just not today. Shingeki no Kyojin Season 3, otherwise known as Attack on Titans for, you other people out there that are very casual anime watchers. Anyway, this anime, I love Shingeki no Kyojin. I watched the first season as it aired, and at the time I was just completely blown away. I was like, this is the best anime ever! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. But of course, many years have passed since then. I've gotten a bit more anime under my belt, so it's not as, mind-blowing or as impressive to me as it was at the time. And obviously it lost a lot of steam between Season 1 and Season 2 because of that huge gap and everything, so my overall hype for Shingeki no Kyojin is a lot lower than it was once upon a time. But I still really enjoy the series, and I'm glad to be seeing more of it, and watching Season 3 is definitely a no-brainer. I'll definitely do that. Interested to see where the series left off on, where the series goes on. I think we kind of ended off on some big reveals with Eren outside the walls and all that. So yeah, hopefully this one is 2 core instead of just the 1 core we got last time. Jashin-chan Dropkick. So I'll read part of the synopsis on this one. Jashin-chan Dropkick is a violent slapstick comedy about a delusional gothic Lolita. Right there. That's pretty much as far as I needed to read in the synopsis to add this to my list. This is going to be watched. It's a comedy anime. It has Dropkick in the title, which is obviously another attention getter in titles. And it just seems like it could be very enjoyable, and I hope I enjoy it as much as I think I will. Phantom in the Twilight. Just having the word Twilight in the title was almost enough to make me nope out right then and there, but I decided no, I should give it a chance, so I started writing it a little bit, reading the synopsis a little bit, and then I saw the word handsome men, and it clicked in my head, yeah, this is not aimed at me, I'm not the target demographic of this, I'll just move on. So that's what I'm doing. Shinya Tensai Bakabon. So this, I really don't know what this is, but, the cover art definitely just was very unappealing to me, and just, I don't see myself wanting to watch this for any reason, and it doesn't give any information about it, really. So just, no, this is out of sight, out of mind, I'll kind of forget that's a thing. Again, Shoujo Kageki Revenue Starlight, that's another thing that almost got yellow status, but I kind of kicked it off because I had a bit too much on my plate. High Score Girl. I really like this title just because it sounds a lot like High School Girl. Like, especially if you're speaking it in, Japanese, it sounds a lot like High School Girl. So I really like that, the bit of wordplay there, which I'm almost sure is intentional. It's also an anime about gaming, again, kind of, and it's a comedy. It's by GSC staff, so, all that kind of culminates together in me wanting to watch it, so I gave it yellowness. Happy Sugar Life. Okay, this is another interesting one. This one has green status. I'm gonna read the synopsis for this one. High schooler Matsuzaka Sato has a reputation for being easy, but one day her lifestyle of sleeping with one boy after another comes to an end. It happens when she meets the child Shio, for whom she is convinced she feels true love for the first time. Now, I got about that far in the synopsis and I was like, yeah, no, this does not sound like my kind of thing. I think I'm gonna pass on this one. But then I kept reading. Sato may seem sweet and innocent, but there is nothing she won't do to protect their life together, including commit murder. But where did she acquire the little girl? Okay, this is where I got to the point where I was like, okay, I misunderstood. The child we're talking about here is female, and that it became an age gap Yuri anime, and that's when I switched from this is going to be a pass to okay, where do I click the green button? And yeah, and how long can their happy sugar life together last? Anyway, I really do like this one. The title obviously is a nice little contrast to the premise, because it's obviously a very dark horror type anime, but even that's the case, there's still some happiness to be found there. So I know I do like what, hopefully you understand what I mean there, but I do like what they did with the title there. I think it's a nice little touch, and yeah, this is yeah, I'll definitely give this one a try. It definitely sounds interesting. Again, it might be one of those things I react to a few episodes and then decide it's better to just watch the rest of it on my own. We'll see. It all depends on how the anime goes. Grand Blue. Now, comedy slice of life, so it sounds like it's up my alley. And this probably would have been a green status one, except, except on the cover, it's the shirtless guys that are up front, close, and center. That's kind of what makes me a bit more hesitant on whether or not I'll actually like this one or not. But, who knows? That's why it's yellow status, because I'll probably watch it. and see what we get here. But the synopsis does mention, beautiful ocean, beautiful women, so, alcohol, all that good stuff. Oh, I messed up. Okay, all that good stuff. And it's a college. It seems like more of a college life type anime than a high school life anime, which I know is a big deal for a lot of people that just seem to just hate the fact that 90% of anime take place in high school, which never really understood. That never bothered me in the slightest, like at any point. 100% anime could take place in high school, and I really wouldn't care as long as they're able to do something interesting within that premise, within that construct. But anyway. It definitely has potential. It could be good. It could be meh. That's why I have it as yellow, but I'll most likely at least check out the first episode. Yuragi So no Yunasan. Now, this is a no-brainer as far as watching because it's like the only only anime on here with the comedy, ecchi, and harem tags. So, good ecchi harem anime are really becoming, more and more rare, it seems like. So, yeah, this one that looks like it has a nice art style, a cool setting, like I think it was like at a hot spring inn or something. So yeah, this definitely seems appealing to me, so I'll definitely watch it. Seems like it could be a lot of fun. Ani ni Tsukeru Kusuri wa Nai 2. So it has a 2 at the end of it, so I assume it's a season 2 or something, so that's why it's getting a pass. I have not seen any of whatever this is, so yeah. Marvel Future Adventure second season, again, didn't see the first one. Overlord 3. Now, I have seen the first and second seasons of Overlord. In fact, I even reacted to the second season of Overlord, so be sure to check that out if you're an Overlord fan and a Senraikai fan. But yeah, season 3, I'm so glad we're getting it like fairly soon after season 2. Like, it hasn't even been that long since season 2, has it? So it's great that we're getting even more. Season 2 was good. I know not a lot of people were a big fan of all the lizard men stuff. I thought it was fine. Of course, they spent a little bit more time on it than they should have. I think most people would agree on that, but I was okay with it, especially if we do get some like real stuff going forward with the lizards, like some kind of payoff for all that, like these lizards maybe playing a big role in something later on. But yeah, season 3, I don't know what's going to entail, but hopefully we get more of that Overlord greatness. And yeah, I just ended off on another red one, Yami Shibai 6th season. I didn't watch the first 5. Nice thing about this website is if you want all the bad anime to disappear, you just click this little button here, hide skipping, and voila! All the red stuff is suddenly gone, and now it's only the good stuff that remains. What a wonderful little button. I just had it open before for the sake of the video, but this is usually how I have things. Another thing, but I probably should mention this thing over here. Like, it says it's an ecchi anime, but this clearly looks like a hentai to me, so I really don't know what I would mark this as. I don't really know what the deal with this thing is, but it's there. It's definitely there. In any case, yeah, that's pretty much my plans in regards to this next anime season. So, I think I forgot to mention this, but all the white stuff that I didn't give any color at all, that stuff, like, if I get enough people telling me one of those anime is, like, amazing, then there's always a chance I'll check them out. If it seems like the kind of thing that I have a chance of liking. Because, yeah, being white basically usually means I have no real thoughts on it one way or the other, and I could be convinced to watch it if it turns out to be the best thing since sliced bread. And of course, with yellow ones, if enough people tell me a yellow one is awesome, that will definitely increase the chances of me reacting to it. Like, because yellows are very much a maybe, and some positive comments about them could definitely bump it up to a probably, or maybe even a definitely, depending on the circumstances. But of course, with greens and blues, you don't have to worry at all. Those are most likely going to appear on the channel. You don't have to encourage me at all, really, with those. Be sure to leave me comments in the comment section below about, anything on the subject matter, what you're looking forward to. If you think I'm crazy for skipping an anime or whatever. If you've read the manga of a particular anime and you think, like, this is going to be awesome, you're underestimating just how good this is going to be, man, you should be hyped for this. Or, just, any comments like that, what your overall thoughts on the season are. Yeah, hey, even if you want to leave thoughts on what you thought of the last season, of the spring season, you can do that as well. Or how you feel this one compares to that one. Pretty much just anything, really. I don't get enough comments on my videos in general, so I'm pretty happy with any comment I get. The only exception being those comments I get a lot, which are some variation of, oh my god, I was trying to find a way to pirate this anime, what's this dude's face on the screen for, a bad video, dislike, I get a fair amount of those sprinkled throughout various videos. Those ones aren't very fun to read, but, aside from that, yeah, I do enjoy getting lots of comments, so be sure to leave them if you feel like you have anything to say. Even if you don't think what you have to say has much value, just, do it anyway. But yeah, just overall, I'd say the season looks really good. Like, I wouldn't say this is a weak-looking season at all. I currently was really happy with the spring 2018 season. Like, there's tons of anime that I really enjoyed. You know, Combat Girls, Hina Matsuri, Uma Musume, Last Period, which was a good anime, just painfully underrated. You know, stuff like that. Even the Sword Art Online alternative thing, Gun Gale Online, that was really good as well. Definitely surpassed my expectations. But yeah, I think this summer season actually has potential to be better than that. It's really hard to say until things get rolling, but yeah, I do definitely like what I see here, and I'm pretty excited for it. Oh, and of course, if you have any questions about anything I said here, yeah, feel free to ask those as well. Thank you for watching, and thank you Snowki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.